We begin this evening with another shift in U.S. foreign policy. For 60 years, the United States has believed that foreign aid in the form of international grants to provide food, medical care, and other humanitarian aid would stabilize the chaotic world. Today, the Trump administration dismissed nearly $60 billion in foreign aid grants and contracts. That point was magnified by the scene at the old U.S. Agency for International Development building, where workers had just minutes to clear out their desks after President Trump placed them on leave earlier this week. CBS's Nancy Cordes joins us from the White House. And Nancy, several grants have been cut from USAID. What can you tell us about those grants?
Well, in total, John, we are looking at $58 billion worth of cuts, which translates, believe it or not, to 92% of all of the contracts that USAID gives out to organizations that do humanitarian work and development work around the world. This is one of the final steps in essentially dismantling the agency. A State Department spokesperson said that they examined more than 15,000 grants and awards and decided at the end of the day that most of them just did not fit the president's America First agenda.
Also on the America First agenda, or at least being introduced to it in person, was the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who was at the White House. How did that go?
Well, Starmer was very complimentary, always a good approach for foreign leaders. They talked a lot about winding down the war in Ukraine. They talked a lot about this minerals deal that the president is close to signing with the Ukrainian president. And they also talked a lot, John, about the tariffs, the reciprocal tariffs that President Trump has vowed to impose on countries around the world, friend or foe. Starmer worked very hard over lunch to convince the president not to impose those tariffs on the UK. The president said he was a good deal maker and that he thought that they could work something out.
So maybe a little bit of light there on that question for the UK?
Sure, and it also shows that if leaders come to the bargaining table with something that they're willing to offer the president instead, that perhaps he'll be willing to take them up on it.
They're all taking notes. You talk to the various diplomats in these foreign capitals. They're all taking notes as each one comes through the White House. Nancy, also the president addressed earlier these cuts in the federal workforce. It's hard to keep up with the various rounds of them. You reported on them again last night. What's the latest on those?
Well, I asked the president today about the DOGE cuts that have affected federal workers who are veterans, because the Democrats estimate that about 6,000 veterans have lost their jobs in these DOGE cuts so far. Take a listen to what he had to say. Veterans make up 30% of the federal workforce. Are you tracking how many veterans have been fired so far, and do you want DOGE to avoid letting them go?
We take good care of our veterans, so we're watching that very carefully, and we hope it's going to be as small a number as possible. But we are having great success in slimming down our government. It's been really very successful, and some took payouts and buyouts, and others took other things, and some people we're finding out don't even exist. We're finding that we have a lot of people that don't exist, that people thought that did.
There are a lot of veterans who are vulnerable to these cuts because they're probationary workers. They've only been on the job for a year or two. They don't have those civil service protections, even though they served in the military in uniform for years, if not decades, John.